What are the most problematic cars that have the highest chance of being a total lemon? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. Many vehicles can be unreliable, but a lemon takes unreliability to a whole new level. So what exactly is a lemon? Well, a vehicle is considered a lemon when it is experiencing ongoing repair problems such as chronic electrical problems, transmission or engine problems during the first 1 to 3 years, oftentimes the same problems over and over again that the manufacturer is just not able to repair under warranty. US states have a lemon law for this situation where consumers who have a lemon vehicle are entitled to cash compensation, a refund, or a replacement vehicle. Canada, though, is a different story. The only province in Canada with a lemon law is Quebec. Sadly, in the rest of Canada, consumers faced with this problem must pursue legal action. So the question is, what car manufacturers and vehicle models have the highest chance of being a lemon? Well, using data from various law firms who specialize in lemon law claims, along with consumer complaints and recall data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, here are the ones to watch for, starting with the first one, which should be no real surprise, and that is Stellantis. 3 brands produced under Stellantis that are no strangers to lemon law claims are Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. The most problematic vehicles within the company with the highest likelihood of being a lemon are those from Jeep, specifically the Grand Cherokee 4xe and the Wrangler 4xe, with the plug-in hybrid system. Plaintiffs accuse the automaker of selling vehicles with defective electrical systems that result in life-threatening malfunctions, including major drivetrain failures and fire risks. They say that Jeep knowingly concealed these defects and failed to issue any relevant recalls or repairs. Unfortunately for the Jeep brand, these are not the only car models plagued by consumer complaints. Owners of the Jeep Compass, the Cherokee, and Renegade have also filed lemon law claims, as the car brand is notorious for powertrain issues, ranging from failure to start to other engine and transmission symptoms. As for Dodge, the vehicles most often reported as lemons are the Dodge Durango, the Caravan, and the Dart. Ram is another top candidate for lemon law claims. Despite being one of the most popular trucks in the United States, the Ram 1500 alone has been the subject of countless complaints, recalls, class actions, and technical service bulletins. Common defects include the electronics and the engines. And not only does Stellantis have a terrible reputation when it comes to poor build quality, but they can also be incredibly difficult to deal with as a company when it comes to resolving these warranty claims and with legal action. Needless to say, if you're buying one of these, especially if you live in Canada with no lemon law protection, you are taking a massive risk. Okay, now let's move on to the next car brand which has the highest chance of becoming a lemon, and that is General Motors. GM has dealt with manufacturing woes and numerous recalls for a variety of top-selling models, often due to engine issues. Of GM's brands, GMC, Cadillac, and Chevrolet are particularly prone to lemon lawsuits. The models most involved in lemon law claims include the GMC Sierra, the Chevy Silverado, the GMC Yukon, the Chevy Tahoe, and Cadillac Escalade. These vehicles are known for experiencing total engine failures and engine defects with the 5.3 and 6.2 liter V8s, along with transmission problems, which have led to class action lawsuits. The drivetrain problems in these vehicles are well documented and have been ongoing for several years. Despite experiencing drivetrain failures year after year, GM continues to produce the same defective components and simply refuses to provide a permanent fix for its problems, which is quite sad. Among these brands, Cadillac is GM's top lemon producer. And next up, the next automaker that we have with the highest likelihood of having lemon law claims is Volkswagen. I've been warning consumers for years to avoid buying Volkswagens, and for good reason. The company just does not have a good reputation for building reliable vehicles, and they often rank rock bottom in just about every reliability study. Many Volkswagen owners have poor experiences leading to lemon law claims, with a number of vehicle models such as the Atlas, the Taos, the Jetta, and the all-electric ID4. The problems with these vehicles include the drivetrains, electrical systems, and in-car electronics, the braking system, to even more minor components such as seat latches and door handles. At my organization, I personally assisted one consumer with a Volkswagen ID4 who experienced all of these problems. But because they were from Ontario, which has no lemon law protection, they were basically at the mercy of the auto manufacturer to get all of these problems resolved, which resulted in the vehicle being at the dealership for more than 100 days within the first year of ownership. And eventually they were forced to pursue legal action. And it is a similar story with Volkswagen's sister brand Audi, which has similar chronic reliability issues with its own line of electric vehicles, including the e-tron, e-tron Q8, the e-tron GT, and others. Owners of these vehicles report their vehicles sitting at the dealer for weeks, even months, waiting for repairs for chronic electrical problems that the manufacturer is unable to fix. Electric vehicles like the ID4 and the e-tron may be gaining popularity in the market, but what these problems demonstrate is that sometimes these vehicles come with unique reliability challenges that the automaker is not always prepared to deal with. And the next automaker is another great example of that, which is Tesla. Tesla's popular models like the Model Y and Model 3 seem to be okay, but the lower volume models like the Model S, the Model X, and Cybertruck are a different story. These models have experienced an increasing number of complaints regarding the EV drivetrain, the autopilot function, and chronic electrical problems. Tesla has made strides in software updates, but certain mechanical aspects may continue to pose challenges, potentially leading to a lemon law claim. Another automaker, or automakers I should say, that are no stranger to lemon law claims are Hyundai and Kia. These companies have a long history of severe engine problems in North America, including the ongoing engine failures across their vehicle lineups, which have shaken consumer confidence and led to massive class action lawsuits, recalls, and lemon law claims. Despite the severity of these problems on their gas engine vehicles, the one vehicle with the highest number of lemon law claims is actually the Hyundai Kona Electric, which has been having severe charging issues, including sudden drops in battery range and charging system malfunctions. In addition, some owners report persistent problems with regenerative braking and dashboard error messages. If you're considering an EV, the Hyundai Kona Electric's reliability issues make it one to avoid. And the next automaker that we have on the lemon law list should be no surprise to anyone, and that is Ford. Ford is one of the leading automakers in the industry when it comes to recalls. And many of these popular vehicles, including the F-150, the Explorer, the Escape, and the Bronco, have a history of severe ongoing problems. The Ford Explorer is the brand's top lemon law candidate, with a history of transmission and engine problems, with many models showing complaints about jerking, delayed shifting, and stalling. Many drivers have experienced engine failures at low mileage, an issue that can result in costly repairs or replacements. While Ford has improved in some areas, ongoing complaints indicate that the Ford Explorer may still pose risks for consumers, so this is one that's best to avoid. Other Ford models with a high number of lemon law cases include models with the EcoBoost engines, such as the Bronco, the Escape, and the F-150 hybrid. And next up on the list is an automaker that pretty much builds nothing but lemons, and that is Land Rover. Land Rover is known for being one of the most unreliable automakers on the market. Their vehicles experience widespread electrical malfunctions, including infotainment system blackouts, dashboard display glitches, air suspension failure, and various drivetrain failures. They are incredibly poorly made and often begin developing problems soon after driving off the dealer lot. Modern vehicles are incredibly complicated, and that complexity sometimes comes with reliability challenges that automakers are just not always able to solve. This is especially the case with some luxury brands and electric vehicles, which contain new technology that dealers do not always have the repair knowledge or resources to properly address. This is why understanding the lemon laws in your location is so important. They vary from state to state, and some states are certainly far better than others, which is why it's important to do some research and find out where they rank in your location. And if you live in Canada, well, unless you're in the province of Quebec, sadly, you're pretty much out of luck, which is why it's more important than ever to make sure that you buy a vehicle from a reputable company that has a less likely chance of having reliability issues down the road. My organization is going to be advocating for stronger consumer protection and lobbying the government to introduce lemon laws across the country, which is how it should be. In the meantime, though, let me know your experience with vehicle ownership. Have you ever owned a vehicle that turned out to be a lemon, and what was that experience like? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you are planning to purchase a vehicle and you live in Ontario, know that OMVIC is the vehicle sales regulator that's responsible for administering and enforcing the rules that dealerships must follow. To learn more about your consumer protection rights, visit omvic.ca. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to visit carhelpcan.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.